Kid Niki is one of my top 10 NES games and has one of the toughest final bosses on the NES. Not quite as difficult as the final boss on Ninja Gaiden or Batman, but it'll certainly give you a good challenge. The game has colorful graphics, good control, fun challenging gameplay, and great sound. Kid Niki is a port of an arcade game and it looks pretty close. All the levels, bosses, and enemies are there. The NES version even included some extra hidden areas not found in the arcade, something I didn't know until doing this video. I'm playing the arcade version here on the Nintendo Switch. As soon as I saw it on the eShop, I had to buy it. When I was a kid, my local Circle K had the arcade version, and as usual, it's tougher than the home version. One detail I always remembered from the back of the box was the screenshots. They are taken from the arcade version. I don't see why they chose to do this since the NES version looks close to the arcade as I mentioned before. Maybe they thought no one would notice. Play as Kid Niki, the rad and bad dude, through 7 levels on his way to rescue his girlfriend, the Princess Margot, who was captured by the Stone Wizard. You have your main weapon, a spinning sword, as stated in the manual, which has been passed down from generation to generation from the school of Chirin. Kid Niki can jump attack, spin his sword, duck from projectiles, and climb to attack enemies. You have no life bar, so it's one-hit deaths, but you have unlimited continues. Pick up some special weapons along the way too, finding certain bells, either gold or silver. This one shoots projectiles, helpful hitting enemies far across the screen, and finding this one adds some protection around Kid Niki while he's attacking enemies. Both only last a limited time, so I try to cover as much ground before it runs out. As mentioned before, there are hidden areas in the NES game where you can collect other items to help you. To find them, you must climb certain trees, jump from certain clouds, and other areas. This white suit found here in this hidden area allows you to take a few hits from enemies. After a few hits though, you lose the white suit and you're back to one-hit deaths. Try to keep it as long as you can. The game begins with a bird being shot down by an arrow and Kid Niki breaking through ready to fight his way to Princess Margot. The first level has enemies called red foxes and striped foxes. These blue guys don't do much but jump and try and run into you. The red ones walk out, stop, and throw their weapon at you. You can either duck or attack them before they throw it. When you reach the end of the level, Death Breath is waiting for you. His main attacks are jumping at you and using his oversized head to hit you. He'll also use his Death Breath, but it doesn't hurt you. You must attack him when he jumps at you. Attacking while he's down will just knock the sword out of your hand. Pick it back up and finish Death Breath with a few more hits. Level 2 enemies have more blue foxes and some orange colored. These orange guys in the tree will throw fire bombs at you. Time their pattern just right and move past them, or you can climb the trees and attack. These coin birds show up here for the first time. These birds have a circle pattern as they move across the screen and can be a little tough to hit. When you reach the end, Stone Buddha immediately comes at you with his spike ball. Time it right and you can attack him just before he swings it at you. You'll lose your sword after each hit he takes, so pick it back up and hit him a few more times. If you jump over him, he'll throw a projectile at you. You can either duck and attack or attack him just before he throws it. Level 3 has a lot of jumping from stationary clouds to moving clouds. Some are slightly blocked by watching birds and these guys. The manual doesn't mention these enemies, so I don't know what to call them. Make your way across the bridge, avoiding blue birds carrying fire bombs. Finally, you meet the Horned Witch. She's pretty easy to beat. After every attack, she multiplies. Jump and swing your sword around left and right at her until she's defeated. Level 4 is an ice level. Every action-adventure game seems to have one of these and I hate them. Fortunately, your character doesn't slide around making it difficult to walk. Here you have frogs that I think are spitting blood, and what looks like flying cats. The manual doesn't mention these enemies either. These cat bats, I guess, have 3 different flying patterns. They can be a problem if you forget the pattern. It may be better if you just wait until they're done flying, then attack them. Here you need to time your jumps while avoiding deadly bubbles. Some platforms take a while to rise, so be careful. If you make it to the end, the green grub is waiting. There really isn't a pattern that I can see, but it's important to keep moving when the green grub comes up from the bottom of the screen. You need to hit each part of the body, leaving the head to hit last to defeat him. Level 5 has you dodging flying enemies from the top left and right of the screen, so be careful attacking them as they come down. These bald guys are called chubbies. They'll run right into you and sometimes throw beads. These birds just dive at an angle at you. Hit them as they come down. The end level boss here is the Mad Monk. This guy attacks you with F-bombs and calls you a fool while dropping little F-bombs. Avoid them as they land and get a quick hit off him. Get your sword and repeat the process until he's dead. Level 6 starts at the bottom of the castle. Here you will encounter more of the same enemies from the previous levels. New to this level though are these green guys wearing masks, crawling on the walls. They shoot bubbles at you, so you just need to be careful making your way past them. I try not to attack them much, but just avoid them best I can. At the end of the level, you will fight the samurai guard. Attacking him head on won't do anything but knock the sword out of your hand. You need to make him attack you, then quickly jump up and hit him in the head. Repeat until he's defeated. Level 7 is the last one and has enemies again from most of the previous levels. Bird bombs, foxes, chubbies, and other birds, and one frog. Here you finally made it to the stone wizard. He's pretty easy to beat here, just avoid the small fireballs he sends at you. After getting the last hit on him, he flies away. Here at this point, you've saved Princess Margot. But to really defeat the stone wizard, you must follow him to the top of the castle and beat him 4 more times. The first time here, just avoid his fireballs and time your hits. He'll fly away again after you hit him a few times. Follow him, but be careful. You'll encounter these flying enemies, but they're the only ones here on this level. Here, this smaller guy doesn't do anything but try to get in your way. Hit the stone wizard a few more times and you're almost done. Here you just need to avoid the bubbles and attack. Finally, just a few hits while avoiding some fireballs and you're done. Your awesome ninja skills did it. You are one rad dude. Now all this may have looked easy, but it's not. So try it. Thanks for watching.